Good morning. Salutations. It's good to be here in this moment. It's good to be able to get this out because, to be honest with y'all, it's been really tough to come to this point and just make the video. But I want to talk to you guys and be honest and be vulnerable, and hopefully we can connect on this level. It hasn't been completely obvious to most people, I'm sure, but I haven't been the same since I came back from Africa. In my private life, I try to keep a good, healthy balance of practices to keep me moving forward and toward my goals and my missions and my projects. However, things have become very tumultuous. All of my practices of peace, including martial arts and meditation, have fallen to the wayside. And the floodgates of my anguish have opened up, letting my sorrows dampen any attempt to find solace in the pain. I have left hundreds of text messages unread, social media obviously unengaged, and many people wondering where I've been and what's wrong. With an occasional, I'm good, I'm good. Like, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? That's fine. See you later. And back off to my dark corner. Essentially giving them the bare minimum. I'm on a crash course to destruction. I know this, if I don't pull myself together. There's plenty of people whom I care and I know care about me in my life, but my anguish is derived from other sources of relations. Watching my father, who has cancer and is now currently going through chemo, go through this process and having to watch him deal with his own mortality and me understanding the next role I have to engage in life. This has been very hard trying to prepare for, and I'm preparing for all outcomes. Trying to help my parents while not being able to be with my son and watch him grow has been, I don't even have a word for that. I really don't. I don't have a word for it. Anguish doesn't really quite cover it, but it's been hard. I take accountability for my poor choices and my poor choice of relationships in the past. That was my choice. But I never really choose to be a bad person. I just make bad choices or poor choices in people because I always want to help. I should have done better finding a mother for my son. There is no justification, I believe, for how treacherous and how thoughtless his mother has been to us and his future. Worrying about my son every day with nothing and no one to quell my anxiety. That worry leaves me with somewhere around 2 to 4 hours of sleep every night. And it's been that way since I've come down to North Carolina. The state of my entire family is unwell. No one seems to be working toward unifying or healing or correcting these issues but me. And I'm trying to accomplish while all these other aspects of my life are going on. And I feel it's important for my son's future to make my family better, more connected, stronger, united, stronger infrastructure, foundation. It's just what a father wants for his children. These things are weighing heavy on me though. I believe I can accomplish all of them, but it doesn't make the weight any lighter. And these things that I'm doing, it doesn't even include my day job, in which I am nourishing the lives of many people and trying to build their lives and give them the tools to be stronger and to be wiser and healthier in their daily life. And though I don't deal with the imposter syndrome, whereas a lot of people in my field do. I don't feel like I don't know who I am or know what I know, and what I know is maybe not true. Or I know I haven't been practicing in the way that I should in order to keep my head whole and my peace rising. I have reached my wit's end. So before I crash and burn, drastic measures must be implemented. Luckily, Jah has granted me with just such measures and tools. These tools are used for overcoming all sorts of obstacles that we deal with in life, whether mental, physical, or spiritual. And so because I've been granted with them and haven't been practicing them, my life suffers. So therefore, as I try to work back into putting these practices back into my daily habits, it's very hard. And it's very hard to be accountable to self when no one's watching or caring or whatever it may be. And maybe no one's watching or caring because I've chose to take that opportunity away from them and just try to carry the burden myself. But like I said, it's a hard burden to carry. So but one thing that I know is true is that if I wish to accomplish something that is great, no matter what it is, I must perform sacrifices. Whatever sacrifice it may be in order to accomplish the goal. Sacrifice time, sacrifice energy, life, thoughts, contemplations, money, whatever it may be. There's always a sacrifice that may be needed in order to accomplish a certain goal. So the greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. With this in mind, I decided to use my sacrifice as a teaching moment to help myself and my own mental be accountable to outside sources. You don't have to listen, watch, do, or anything, but I know that the truth shall set you free, even myself. And there's no lying to self, to myself. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I've tried, it doesn't work. Guilt conquers, and shame conquers that cowardice. So I don't want to be led by guilt. I don't want to feel shame. And it doesn't produce positive effects. It doesn't produce positive results or ascending results. It produces destruction. I've decided to display through the course of this month the tools necessary in order to accomplish a healthier and stronger mind, body, and soul. This will be, quite frankly, the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. And you can see my social media, I've done a lot of difficult things. Won championships, traveled the world, been in protests, been arrested 14 times as a political prisoner. Had my heart broken, I had to recover so many times from that. I mean, this right here may be the hardest thing that I think I've ever had to do. Why is that? Because the consequences of not doing it are so great that it may cost me my life. And I do not take that lightly at all. But I have faith. I have faith in the principles. I have faith in Yah. I have faith in my strength and the things that I have already accomplished thus far. And I will use that faith to lead me and to motivate me and to give me strength to keep going despite my personal shortcomings. Because I know the reward will be great. My back is up against the wall and my choices are slim. However, I always knew that there was only two directions to go. To begin this journey of recreation, cultivation, contemplation, molding, and rejuvenation. I've decided to fast for the month of April, this being day 1. Now, to people who know me, they're like, oh, it's nothing new. You fast every day. I don't understand. Well, this is different because I'm only doing liquid fast, no food, just water and smoothies. Water and smoothies, that's it. And through this fast, I want to take you all through the process and all the tools and all the pains and all the withdrawals, whether mental, physical, or spiritual, that I go through, so that you can see the process and how I deal with them. And at the same time, you can hold me accountable by criticizing me in any way that you feel. Not that I feel that I should be led by people's words or other people's decisions, but to be aware of yourself is to be aware of how you affect other people's lives by your choices. So me listening to people who criticize me or who encourage me, for both sides, I'm listening to how I affect your life. And if the choices I'm making are net positive or not. I believe in order to do that, I have to be completely honest and completely vulnerable in places where obviously I'm not comfortable. I'm a very private person, believe it or not. I'm just an artist, I'm just an artist. I'm not an influencer. I'm not, and I don't mean just. I mean that is the root of how I do things. I create. I'm inspired by things that were done out of love and that are imaginative. I'm inspired by Michael Jackson, and I'm inspired by Albert Einstein, and I'm inspired by Rupert Sheldrake, and I'm inspired by, just Nelson Mandela and Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali and even Mike Tyson. I'm inspired by these people. And so I want to make art just as beautiful as they have produced with their lives. And sometimes I might need to take some time in order to think about how I want to do that. Whether it be through martial arts, or whether it be through music, or whether it be through whatever, content. I just don't like to be in front of a camera and put out stuff because it doesn't feel sincere or authentic. I like to spend time and think about it. I like to write it down. So I'm just an artist. I have no interest in being famous, and I have no interest in being rich in that way, in that mentality. It doesn't motivate me. I have interest in uplifting God's kingdom, and I have interest in being a good man. I have interest in being a great man, and I have interest in helping a lot of people. I have interest in healing a lot of people, because I know that hurt people, but healed people heal people. So right now, I'm going through a painful time that's produced a lot of hurt. And principle is hurt people. And I don't want to be that hurt person, but I have the tools to heal. So I will implement these tools in my life, and I will show you how I do them. And you can join me on this journey. Watch. And if you so choose that you would like to do it too, you will have this outline to pull from. And I hope it's useful. As I look to be vulnerable, I trust that Jah has my back. And I'm protected. So with that said, please have patience and mercy with me as I go down this path of discovery, and I try to disseminate to you all of a piece of the great and grand knowledge in which I have ascertained throughout my journeys as well. So let's go through this process together. For all of my people, my friends, my family, my acquaintances who have reached out and tried to talk to me, and I've just been silent. I mean, I really haven't been in a space to communicate with anybody outside of, who's right in front of me. And even then, it's like I'm half there and half not. So yeah, it's time. I can't wait any longer. There's a bunch of things I've been working on in my private life that I wanted to accomplish first that I couldn't talk about or speak about because they needed to be completed first before I could speak about them. And we will go through those things as well. But for now, I wanted to say I'm here and the journey has begun. We are on a journey of discovery. We are on a journey of uplifting. We are on a journey of healing. And I hope that a lot of people will join me on this journey. Even if you don't, I just hope to be healed, and I hope that to be accountable to myself and be accountable to my family and be accountable to my son. And so, yeah, thank you. I'm saying thank you because that is one of the principles, even in pain. If you must go through pain and struggle to appreciate the beauty, then the pain and struggle that you go through is a testament to how much beauty you will experience. So, if this is the hardest pain I've ever been through, I must be destined for some great reward. So I feel the pain, and I'm thankful. Because whatever that reward is, I will be so appreciative of it. Prosper. I love you. See you soon. Oh, to all my people, I will be reaching out to you. This is part of the journey. I'm gonna show how to be accountable. One of the pieces of the pie is to be accountable. It's accountability and doing your best. So, how do we become accountable? We will see, and I will show. Thank you to everybody who are all in private and personal, people who know me personally, who've seen this video. We will talk. I promise. We will talk soon. I have thousands and thousands of messages. You can see here. And just this phone alone is on my WhatsApp. There's thousands of messages. Like I can't get through them. It's tough. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Prosper.